Hey guys, welcome back to Billy Ray Garage. Today we're going to do a little road test of some of the mods that we did. Now, I didn't post these videos yet, but this is front coilovers, the front wheel hubs, the control arm, and the radius rod bushing. Bushings, I should say. There's two of them. Two control arms, two bushings. You get the idea. I'll give you a glimpse of what it feels like to me, and compare and contrast to what it used to be with the old rubber bushings. So let's go for a ride and I'll explain everything that I did. Yeah, that rumble. Now after I put the coilovers in the front, the car sits lower, so hopefully I don't lose my oil filter on the driveway, because that scares me. So fingers crossed. All right, here we go. Okay, I can already tell that the front of the car is a lot stiffer than it was, so that's pretty good. It's not lurching like it used to with the poly bushings. The rubber bushings were, needless to say, worn out. So far, just doing 27 miles an hour, I noticed a big difference. Now the coilovers are in, so they're on a lower setting, so the rebound feels a lot stiffer, because it's only there's 30 clicks you can do, either from hard to soft. And right now, where it came factory with 8 clicks on the setting, so, but already I could tell the car feels brand new in the front. Oh yeah, that's definitely a lot stiffer. But let's give it a go. Let's see what this thing can do. Oh yeah, there's a big difference there. I got some kitties here. I can't rip it down a road that I normally rip it down. So I'll keep it quiet for the kids while they give it a little break in. Let's see what we got. Let's get on a little rougher road. 1, 2, 3, green light. Yeah, this thing's definitely bouncier. I may play with it a little bit to make it a little softer, but we're gonna play with it for a little bit. We're gonna see what happens. So many red lights. Metropolitan areas, folks. One day I'll get out in the country. Maybe once I shake this thing out, I will I'll go find some of my more favorite roads to rip down. I guess on the plus side, my temperature gauge isn't being messed up. Oh yeah, this is definitely bouncier. Oof. Definitely got to raise this up a little bit, and I'll do a video on that, on how to raise it up. It's pretty self-explanatory, but just to see it. Oh yeah, when this thing's on hard, it's but the front suspension altogether feels a lot tighter. It's definitely more improved. Let me close this window. I don't know how that's affecting anything, but yeah, the front suspension is definitely a lot stiffer. It's definitely an upgrade. Definitely a big upgrade. It's not lurching like it used to. Like, I'm hitting the brakes right now and you can just feel it kind of torque a little bit. It's not doing that now. So far so good with these poly bushings. Put them through another little test. This road's a little bumpier, we'll see. That clutch sound. Ugh. Now another thing is, when I put the coilovers in, they were the wheels were, or the tires I should say, were rubbing against the rubbing against the coilover, so I had to do a little adjustment to make that not the case. So I don't know how to remedy that. Probably, I'm not really sure, because where it was stock, it wasn't rubbing at all, and then I put the coilover in, which is a lot smaller package, and it was rubbing right on the spring, so that would have been bad. So there's a little adjuster in there. I pointed out in the video where I'm installing the coilovers, but I'll go over it in that video. But it's pretty simple. You don't want to adjust it too much. Like I said, I didn't even, there's not an alignment done on this thing. I want to do the alignment when everything's said and done. I still got to do the back of the vehicle. I got to change all those bushings out. Here's some bumps. Yeah, it's okay. It's actually, maybe because it wasn't settled in yet, but it feels a lot better now. A lot stronger in the front. I'm happy with the upgrades that you can just do in your garage. As far as the wheel hubs go, can't really tell a difference with them. I think the ones I have are good. It's just that I melted that ABS sensor, so my ABS light's not on anymore after I took it for a spin last time. But yeah, so far so good. I like it. It's here's a bridge. Usually there's you can feel something in that going over the joists in the bridge. Felt good. Felt good. I like it. Yeah, you can definitely tell the front doesn't twerk. Yeah, you can tell the back doesn't, or the front doesn't torque like it used to. That's a little bump. Okay, that's not terrible. Yeah, maybe just needed to get it shaken out. Get a little straightaway action up here. Let it eat a little bit. I'm not gonna go too crazy. These tires are old. They're summer tires, and right now it's about 70 degrees out. So we'll see. When I put the sway bars back in, I put them back where I had them last. You know, it definitely feels, so I can't really tell anything about the sway bars, but yeah, we'll get a little straightaway up here. We'll let it rip a little bit and see what happens. Probably shouldn't beat on it because I could have missed something, but we're going for it. Here's some bumps. Yeah, you definitely feel that a little more. Definitely feel that a little more. Okay, let's open it up right here. Woo! Actually, the alignment feels pretty good. Just did a little run from like 20 to 60 right there. Feels good. There's no vibration in the steering wheel. There was a little bit before, I forgot to mention, but it feels really good right now, and I'm pretty happy with it. So let's see how it does on turns. I haven't really had to make a sharp right turn yet, so we'll play with it right now and see. Oh yeah, it's a lot stiffer. It's a lot stiffer. It feels good. It feels good. It feels worth it. Like I said, after a few miles of driving, maybe like 100, 200, or even before that, you could go. You know, whatever makes you feel comfortable. But maybe like a little 50-mile shakedown where you just go around, jack it up, and just torque everything down. I mentioned that I was going to do that in a previous video, which I recommend for everybody to do. Sometimes these things walk out. Do a quick little brake test, go from like 30 miles an hour to a stop real quick. Oh, it doesn't lurch at all. That's pretty solid. That's solid. I like it. Go audio. It doesn't sound like anything's rubbing. Alright, let's go down this little bumpier road. Yeah, everything feels solid. It's not loose. Nothing's loose. The mirrors are out of whack, but that's okay. Sharp little turn here. It feels really, really good. I love it. I love it. Do what all the kids do around here. Give it a rev under the bridge. Nice little backfire. But yeah, so far so good. I love it. I love it. I'm happy. I am very happy. Like I said, nothing feels loose. I might actually keep this setting on here. I definitely want to raise the car though. I do not want to bottom out. The camera's blocking my oil pressure gauge because that's the only place I found to mount it that was that would work. But it looks like I get good oil pressure, so that's good. I didn't lose my oil filter. That's a big win. Second gear turn. Love it. Feels great. I would recommend doing these mods. You know, coilovers, that's give or take, but I would definitely consider the poly bushings and the control arms and the new ball joint, because you know my ball joint's 20 years old. If we're going in there, we're taking it out. We're gonna replace it. So, I mean, the ball joint looked good. It felt good, and I'll probably I'll replace those rubber bushings with the poly ones. And replace the ball joints so that you have a spare set laying around. But yeah, so far so good. My hands are off the wheels. This thing's going perfectly straight. Actually, it's drifting that way a little bit, but that could be because the road's pitched. But yeah, it's rolling straight. I'm definitely happy with it. Like, even just stopping, it just doesn't. It could be the coilovers too, but those rubber bushings were definitely they were definitely an issue. This engine feels strong. I can't wait to do all the engine work. That'll be coming up probably in a couple weeks. I really want to get a good full day of just tearing everything out of the engine and getting the engine out of the bay, and you know, break it down from there and have it out of the car. Like, obviously you could do all this work with it in the car, but you know, I want to clean up the engine. I think I mentioned that I want to change all the gaskets around the back of the engine because they never see the light of day, and while I have the engine out, I'm going to do it. Plus I got other stuff going in. The radiator, I got the thermostat that's got to go in. I'm probably going to change the water pump because that water pump's about 15 years old. As I explained in my first video, the water pump and the radiator went. I don't know which caused which, but that definitely happened. And yeah, coolant was everywhere. I was driving on a highway, so I just kept starting, stopping, let it cool off, and just run it. And feels all right. It's probably okay, but like I said, while we're in there, we're replacing everything. I'm gonna do, well, I got the engine out. I'm gonna do a nice little engine detailing, engine bay detailing with this human across the road. Yeah, while you got it out, freaking do it. Yeah, so I still got a video coming up for the wheel hub assemblies, the coilovers. So yeah, I'll see you in those next videos hopefully, and I'll see you in the next one.